Hello everyone, I'm back with another Reddit Addicts episode. If you find my videos entertaining, please kindly subscribe and like them. Thanks to everyone for your suggestions and kind notes. Now, let's get started with today's exciting stories.
I am 26, found out my so, F28, of 6.5 years has been having a year-long affair. Looking for advice. Last Saturday I found out that my partner has been having an affair with one of her friends for the last year or so. It was very sudden and came as a serious shock. I basically walked out as soon as I confronted her and she confirmed it, and I told her I never wanted to see or hear from her again. I've always had one rule and it's always been no sex with other people. Well, the no talking didn't last long, because I texted her immediately, ranting about how she's ruined everything etc., and all she really had to say was sorry, which seemed really empty to me. We met up on Monday so she could give me some of my stuff that I had left in hers. She wanted closure, so I went. She was surprisingly honest about everything, telling me stuff that I hadn't even figured out and answering any questions that I had. I was really cold with her and I couldn't look at her at all, and I eventually asked her if she was done repeating how sorry she was and I left. As soon as I got home I broke down and felt awful for how I treated her. This is someone I've loved for a long time and that I plan to marry, taking so long because I'm a student, and I still really care for her. I texted her and I apologized to her and I told her I'm here if she needs me. We ended up having a conversation then, and because my mind has been all over the place, I started to feel like I really miss her and that I can't imagine life without her. I told her to disregard my feelings for a minute and tell me what she wants to happen now that all of this is out in the open, and she told me that she thinks we can fix this. Basically, we were having intimacy issues for a few months before the affair and also during it, but we were working on it and I was under the impression that things were getting better, but clearly they weren't. So we discussed it for a while, and I told her that there's absolutely no guarantee that I'll ever feel comfortable going back to her, but that I was willing to leave the door open. We set down some ground rules if it ever does happen, like her never being able to contact him again, us going to counseling together, us being brutally honest, and her accepting that I'm going to be extremely paranoid for a while. She basically thanked me for even considering it, and said that she's happy to wait for my decision. I told her it could be months, and not to expect anything until the new year at the very least. Again, she was surprisingly honest as far as I could tell. Basically, I was just looking for advice on this because it's my first time ever being cheated on. I care about her immensely, but I'm scared that I'm only considering this because it's what she wants, and that I'm not taking my own feelings into account. I know that this is all still really fresh, and that my mind could go anywhere over the next few weeks and months, but I also feel like now that this is in my head that I'm gonna stick with it and it's gonna damage my ability to get over her and recover. Am I being stupid? Is this normal? Has anyone had experiences like this before? The past week has been extremely tough of me mentally and physically. I've barely eaten since Saturday and I've already lost nearly 5 kilos in weight. I've been getting sick and having pains all over my body. Thankfully I have good friends who have already been really supportive, and I've already had an emergency counseling session in college which went well, and I'll be going back regularly for a few months. I just thought I'd share here too with like-minded people to see what you all have to say. Apologies for the really long post. TLDR, partner has been cheating on me for best part of a year. I am considering trying to fix it with her, but I don't know if I'm doing it for myself or for her. It might be too early to tell, but I am just looking for advice. Update: honestly, I'm really surprised by this community. I expected the conversation to be a bit more measured and respectful. Some of you have said some interesting things that I will absolutely take on board, but a lot of you are not helping at all by being so black and white about the situation. My ex is a human being who did a really terrible thing, but there's more to being a terrible person than that. Thank you for the supportive messages, but to be honest I've found a lot of the replies to be quite unhelpful. Comment 1. Come on, really? She cheated on you for a year. This wasn't an accident, mistake, or poor judgment. She doesn't respect you, so why should she have any reason to be faithful? I'm sorry to say it this way, but you need to understand, her plan is to hold back until you're practically begging to be in a relationship with her again, such that you're willing to sweep it all under the rug. Then, she'll take you back as long as you're useful to her, but she will absolutely, positively cheat on you again. Why wouldn't she? There were no consequences for her. Please, get a therapist for yourself. Comment 2. For now, do the logistics first and take time to yourself. You need time to see her for who she is and no longer for who you thought she was, and also time to eliminate the thought that you had anything to do with her decision to cheat on you. Start with the logistics. She had sex with you and the other guy as well, and you don't know who else that guy was sexual with. So get tested for STDs and tell her to do the same. Also make it clear that you haven't made a decision yet, but if you find out that she is still in any kind of contact with her lover, that any chance for you two getting back together is gone. Then work on the next part. The struggle with your intimacy wasn't what led to her cheating on you. She cheated on you because she wanted to do exactly that, and she told herself that she is doing it because of this or that to justify her actions to herself. But that is bullshit. Her cheating only happened because she no longer cared about you and if she would hurt you. She wanted to cheat on you and then did so. That's it. Something is seriously wrong with her, and she needs to work that out before you even entertain the idea to spend time with her again. Stay away from alcohol and drugs, they won't help you. Instead, start doing workouts and drink plenty of water. Start loving yourself again and to treat yourself properly before you think about her. She needs to tell you who else knew about what she was doing. Those people need to disappear out of her life as well as they supported her cheating on you. Those people are enemies of a potential relationship you both could have. Spend time with friends and family, get the support that you need, and don't be alone all the time. Get all the stuff from her that is yours, and when she showed you the results of her STD test, then tell her not to contact you again until you reach out to her. Be kind and gentle to yourself, understand that you are not responsible for decisions that she made and that you had no saying in. When you did that, then think about your next steps. You are worth so much more than to be treated like that.
We hope you enjoyed this story. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next video. And before you go, please be sure to subscribe for more.